Hello, hello. No, I will not be your math tutor for today. Thank you very much. I'd much rather tell you about something that I think has been pressing my mind a little bit lately. Instead of going straight to something like combinatorics, advanced quantitative reasoning, even the likes of the tallying of counting and all the other stuff I could get into in the meantime, even long division and monomials. I wouldn't even have to go that far. We're gonna like I could have gone far anyways, but we are gonna talk about mind maps and this should be easy enough without having to do pander too much of the wrong stuff. Like I'm gonna teach this in the best possible way without acting like I know everything about it or even acting like it's easy in itself because this is overlooked for sure. I set up the desktop to have a good easy way on the laser pointer, but the format is different because for that reason alone, but also because it makes it easier to read. And this won't take too long. I'll just go over this very quickly and upload the video. But that being said, let's get started. A mind map is a chart you can design very visually, where you can actually organize your ideas way more neatly and even more creatively in the scape of actually being a better thinker. You want to be able to do mind maps because not just because they're aesthetically pleasing, not just because they're interesting or even very indeed helpful, but because this is already a skill that maybe people do tend to overlook. It's like the idea of mapping out your mind, of being someone who can actually illustrate their ideas better, even in compared to honestly reckoning in comparison to other ideas and bare bones formats. It's like this is a very underrated skill for sure. Like it tends to be overlooked a lot of times. So in this chart, I don't know how, I may not know how to explain it too quickly because I know I just opened this all of a sudden, but we have a actual mind map here example where it's like they branch out into other stems and branches of the tree, and this one just has a very simple bare bones example, but it still works out. It has a single idea in the middle that branches into multiple different parts, and then they branch out into other parts where they can actually expand on the things that they already branched from the main idea to. So, for example, mind map, the idea of it generally in this example, benefits of them, and what kind of benefits are we looking for from a mind map? The overview, easy to memorize, and simple, fast, and fun. And another one is just we could branch off to some other part. It doesn't have to be the same part in mind mapping, obviously, because it's another tree branch. We got creativity from mind maps, ideas, innovation, and thoughts of the creativity, which derives from mind maps. This is a very prominent tool. You don't want to have to overlook this just because you think it's easy or, oh, it would be obvious to do this because if you don't apply it, it wouldn't matter anyways, right? So that's a very important thing to consider. The mind map is very creative, very organized, very neat, and neat in other ways, obviously. But you don't want to overlook that. It's a very interesting skill. I'm gonna actually design one myself, in fact, and mind my mouse because I'm not gonna really screw about this too much. The idea I'll work with is not the mind map's idea or concept in general. I'm gonna actually work with an idea I'm gonna call something one of my favorite virtues in life. I can assign this off. Significance, and I'll just dot that off. But significance, or I can probably finish it. Well, no, don't mind me then. Yeah, significance. Yeah, significance, and I'm gonna create 7 stems. So one here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't worry, I'll expand it later. 7. And if we got room, we'll branch off to 2 per 7, so 14 total. Don't worry about that organization there. They guess I'm still recording this though. Jeez. Okay, and significance. One thing that reminds me of significance is having to be more alert. Another thing is being beauty. Now this can be very abstract. This is my brain in the process anyway. So, significant thing number 3, value. Now it's getting tricky because I have to come up with like 4 more that aren't the same as the other ones, but and significance number 4. Um, interest, I think. Could be the same thing, unfortunately, but we'll work with it. Number 5 is going to be love. Then we got meaning. Well, I actually dropped that off, but I ain't into it anyways. Meaning. Or just put it in. We'll find meaning, and I'll just spin that a little further. These little branches. Okay, just making the branches a little longer. Yep. And that should be fine. Okay, and then the last one we'll put is going to be purpose. Under love, I'm gonna put calm and empathy. Now, this is indeed a very abstract mind map. It doesn't have to be accurate. Well, this is just my brain being mapped out in general, which is why it's important. So, interest. We got focus and focus and direction. Okay, now we got value. Value is gonna have oh, I got so many branches, dude. Holy crap. Value is gonna have sentiment. I could try to explain this before I end the video at least. Sentiment and logic. Okay, now beauty, we're gonna have reality. Reality and closeness. Under above alert, we're gonna have um practice. I was gonna say practical, but it's fine. Practice and response or responsibility. I'll just put response. It's fine. All right, practice and response. Purpose. I'm gonna put meaning and purpose. Okay. Now they sound the exact same, don't they? They're rather synonymous, but we'll figure this out. Purpose. We're gonna put work and kind of like calm the first branch out here. We're gonna put how about zeal? Zeal's gonna sound like an extension anyways. It's fine. We'll work with it. It's my mind map anyways. And meaning, we're gonna put language and fun. So why the heck not? So I'm gonna explain my mind map before closing. The mind map I created is significance, and we got 7 items by another 2 pairs of each. 1 pair each of the 7 items for the main branch. Significance to me is the idea that something can mean something even if it didn't have a point. So it could be pointless or pointful. Even if it was 100% pointless, it would still have meaning. And so that's significance to me. So in other words, even if you reversed an action, for example, and the whole point was for it to be done, then what was the point of doing the action in the first place if you're going to reverse it? It would still have significance. You would learn something from it, even if there was no logical reason to do it. So, for example, alert of significance. Alertness of, or it can even be like, kind of like focus. Like right here, we have significance and alert. Kind of like how focus over, where was it? Focus was here. The alertness of focus is different because it means you're actually paying attention to what you're going for. The reason I have practice and response down here is because they mean things like they're about having to be actually in that moment, kind of like reality, but different energy there. Alertness would be the part of significance that is actually related to being someone who knows why it matters to them and can actually pay attention in that moment. The practice and application of it matters, and the response to what you literally do in that moment with the alertness. Purpose is a form of significance. It means it can meaning what you choose to do with your life and what you do with the significant parts of your life that matter to you, whether they have reason or not. But purpose is involved with reasoning, so it has a difference there. Work is a form of purpose and significance because it means that you will be able to understand why you do work towards a worthy ideal, kind of like in Napoleon Hill style. You work towards a worthy ideal, and that purpose of that work is significant indeed. And one more example I'll put. Well, zeal is another version of that because zeal is a purpose that is meaningful and fun fulfilling. And by the way, okay, one more thing. Value. This was one of the interesting ones. Value is a form of significance because it means that you truly do care, and you prove it by being more in terms with how you rationalize what you're doing and what it really means to you. Interest. Is a form of significance. It allows you to be someone who does not have to only care about what they want to do, not in addition to anything that you need to do. But even if you did need to do it, you would know. But if you actually were drawn to it, magnetized to it, you would focus on it and have a direction. Love is a form of significance. It's a significant version of love if you are meditative in the moment by being calm and you're empathetic to other people's interpretations of what matters to them and being compassionate about how it means to them and respectful. That is a form of significant love. And finally, meaning. Or meaning beauty. Well, beauty is a form of significance because it allows you to be able to be within the reality of what it means to truly care about something for what it is without giving it too much definition. And the closeness of how that works is very, very deep and even comfortable sometimes, but it can work out. Meaning is a form of significance because it allows you to be interpreting with language and communication how that means to you and be able to share that with other people while having fun all along, which the fun of that meaning is very significant. The best thing is an ideal, the right thing is a promise. This has been a presentation video about mind maps and what they mean to me and my interpretation and understanding and teaching of what mind maps are. Take care, everyone. No end card because I'm not going to probably have a thumbnail for this video yet. But if I had to, I'd just take a picture of this mind map right here. Very quickly, I'll take a picture and use this as a thumbnail. Okay. And yes, that's the thumbnail. Take care, everyone. Have a good day.